Growing up as a young gamer can be tough. You want to play all of the good games, but those good games usually are packaged with some awkward moments. You don't want to have those awkward moments with your parents watching you play. What is up, guys? Jimmy or Chaos, welcome to the top 10 games you shouldn't play in front of your parents. And I'm going to try to save you the awkward moments and fill you in on 10 games you should never play in front of your parents because of sexiness, because of extreme violence, and many other reasons. These 10 games just have a tendency to provoke conversations that you probably wouldn't want to have with your mom and dad. So if you do want to play any of these games, just do it when your parents aren't around.
10.
And at number 10, this is a no-brainer for this list. Grand Theft Auto, the entire series. This is a given. Aside from the obviously violent and vulgar nature of this game, you wouldn't want your parents to walk in on you hitting the strip club or getting it on with the hooker before you blow her away. No pun intended. Yes, the GTA games are great. They are immersive. They are open world. And yes, they're absolutely worth playing. But if you live with your parents, do yourself a favor and them a favor and don't play this one while they are home.
9.
At number 9, we have Gears of War. And you can include any Gears of War title from the franchise in this list. Most parents don't want their kids watching things with extreme swearing or graphic violence. Well, have fun playing Gears of War around your mom. Profanities everywhere, chainsawing people in half, smashing heads in, curb stomping, blasting arms off. The Gears of War games have pretty much everything that the stereotypical parent doesn't want their kid watching or playing. Sure, the Gears games have an extreme content filter that disables the blood and the swearing, but come on, what is the fun in that? You want to play the game in its entirety, just don't do it when the parents are looking over your shoulder.
8.
At number 8, we have what some people deem as a Grand Theft Auto clone. Saints Row. Like I said, it's basically GTA with a little extra flair and a little extra flavor. Pretty much everything bad about GTA is also applicable here, but with the addition of things that go a little crazy, over-the-top constructs, and even superpowers in some cases. While GTA tends to cover mature subjects, the Saints Row games tend to make a mockery of mature subjects, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but will definitely make for some strange conversation piece at the dinner table with your parents.
7.
Number 7, and you may have never heard of this game. So here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to look at this game. Go. Okay, can you tell why you shouldn't play this around your parents? This is called Mount Your Friends. I'm not going to go into detail here. I think that you guys can get home with this one and figure it out. And if you can't figure it out, I really don't know what to tell you.
6.
At the number 6 spot is a very, very cool franchise, and it has a probably one of the most passionate followings when it comes to a video game franchise, the God of War series. Few games can mix sex and brutal violence together like God of War does. Kratos is an absolute legend, slaying the gods and ripping through his enemies with little effort. And the God of War games are fantastic and definitely worth playing if you haven't already. That is my suggestion to you. But taking into account the gore, the brutality, and the interactive sex mini-games that are riddled throughout this franchise, it's probably best that you play this one while you are in solitude, in your room, your basement, wherever you may be, with the door shut, maybe the headphones on, and not around anybody that you would deem an awkward moment while watching you play this title.
5.
Number 5 goes without saying. South Park, the Stick of Truth. Well, you could go with any South Park video game that's ever been released or any South Park video game that will be released in the future. I can confidently say that they are games you will not want to play around your parents. The South Park is a series that prides itself on pushing the boundaries and crossing the line and the limits. And this video game adaptation is absolutely no exception. Insane amounts of profanity, super offensive jokes of abortion, anal probing, Nazis, it doesn't matter. South Park: The Stick of Truth has every bit of it. You want to get grounded for life if you're a kid? Go play this game in the living room with your family around at Thanksgiving dinner. Just see what happens. I dare you. I don't dare you. Don't do that. I don't want you to get grounded, but you guys get the idea. This is not a video game you want to be playing around your parents.
4,
You knew this was going to be on the list. You just didn't know where it was going to be. Mortal Kombat. Every Mortal Kombat game ever invented, and once again, this one is a given. There are a few games that take gore and violence to the level that Mortal Kombat has. Plus, go ahead and mix that with the sexiness of the female characters in the older games and the newer games, and well, you have a recipe for a parent's worst nightmare. Sure, the later games toned down the sexiness a little bit, but they also amped up the gore, so it's not like the newer MK games are more appropriate. They're not in any way. If anything, they're more non-appropriate. Most everyone has played Mortal Kombat at one point in their life, played one title or more. The franchise is legendary, it's been around for a long time, and will probably continue to be around. But just do yourself a favor and wait till you're with your friends to play this one. You don't want your mom walking into you, ripping your head off of a scantily clad female opponent on a video game in a Mortal Kombat universe.
3,
Number 3 goes down as a legendary RPG. Absolutely legendary. The Witcher. This series is known for its rich environments and worlds that are open to explore. Sounds awesome, right? But it's also known for the copious amounts of sex and nudity seemingly every other mission. It seems like every mission you go on, it has something to do with having sex, or there's naked people walking around, which was probably normal back then, okay? It's in a video game. Now, we'll give it credit. Since the sexual content in the Witcher game tends to be handled much more maturely than other games on this list that we've seen, GTA, still, there's so much sex in these games that you definitely don't want your mom or dad walking in on you while you're playing this. Not just mom or dad, uncle, aunt, whoever, grandma, grandpa. It just would not end, it wouldn't end good. It would end up with a big fat sense of awkwardness.
2,
At number 2, and I can attest to this because I did a Let's Play on this a long time ago, and it was absolutely hilarious. Leisure Suit Larry. This series is all about trying to get all the girls you can as a weird little awkward 40-something-year-old balding man named Larry. The older games are pretty damn funny, don't get me wrong, I think they are, I'll admit, and I'd even say they're worth playing at some point if you want a good laugh. But when you do play them, make sure that no one is around to hear the insane amount of profanity and sex jokes and sex innuendos, or to see all the boobs and naked girls that are littered throughout this video game franchise series, because there is a lot of nakedness going on in this video game.
1,
And at number 1, this was easy for me to pick, and you guys can let me know in the comments section. Did we get it right? Did we get it wrong? Is there an obscene game that we didn't put on here that you wouldn't want to get caught playing by your parents? This may be the one. Dead or Alive Extreme 2. Now, it's not very easy to get your hands on a copy of this game for the Xbox 360, and that's perhaps a good thing with this list. Aside from just being a very, very bad game, it's also one of the most overly sexual games of all time. That's right, in video game history, with just about every character being a woman with enormous boobs that bounce around so much it's almost uncomfortable to look at times. Dead or Alive is a pretty sexual franchise. Everybody knows that. But good God, Extreme 2 takes it to a whole new level for really no reason. If we're being honest, I mean, there's really not another reason other than, well, there isn't really a reason. The game has you going around an island and doing beach sports such as volleyball, jet skiing, etc. But the overly sexual nature of the game will definitely get you in some hot water with your parents should you choose to play it in the living room. Just don't. And there you have it. 10 games that you probably don't want to play in front of your parents. If you guys want to check out all the other top 10s, I have a playlist below with over 300 video game-oriented top 10s from Call of Duty to all types of other video games. Check them out. Let me know what you would like to see next on this video game list series that we do. And thank you for all the support as always. If you guys enjoyed this, drop a like on the video, and in the comment section or on Twitter, let me know one game that we missed that you would definitely not want to get caught by the adults playing in front of them. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll be back tomorrow with another video.